Hey guys, thank you for tuning in right here on What Are Dads Gaming. Great to be back on Thursday night broadcasting for you all. Hope you guys all enjoyed tonight's race. Tonight is Bristol, an elimination race, first round of the playoffs, round of 16, final race of that round, and like I said, elimination. So someone's going to be going home tonight who's not going to be out there racing for a championship. Hopefully, no hurt feelings, but it's going to be an interesting one to watch. There's a lot of beating and banging going on tonight and it's definitely going to be a fun race and an exciting race. Hopefully, it's not a caution fest, but there's going to be a lot of beating and banging out there on track, and hopefully, you guys all enjoy the race tonight as much as I am. It's going to be a fun one to broadcast, so it'll be cool. I'll show you guys the playoff grid real quick. So right now, that is the current playoff standings, and the only one that is locked in, which I'm sure there's more locked in. I didn't figure all that out ahead of time. But right now, the only one that has a win inside the round of 16 is Luke Mahone. So he is advanced and he is locked in the round of 12. I'm sure guys like John Ledger, Corey Goodall, Brandon Fiedler, they're all locked in the round of 12 as well. But there is your current playoff drivers, and we will get that round of 12 updated to you after tonight for next week's race. And we'll be at, I believe it is Kansas. Yeah, I believe it's Kansas. That's next week. Let's go ahead and pull up that schedule just to make sure. Yep, there it is. Kansas is September 26th. That'll be next week after Bristol. Anyways, there is your current playoff drivers. And like I said, this is the elimination race for the round of 16 in the playoffs. So, gonna be an exciting one, guys. All right, let's go ahead and real quick. Qualifying has just began, so we're gonna go ahead and run through last week's announcements and show you guys off who won it. There is that is the old one. I'm sorry, I didn't get that updated for you guys. I apologize. Let's go ahead and talk about who won last week. Jeffrey Belk. So congratulations, Jeffrey. Jeffrey on the win at Watkins Glen. It was a great race. Caution free. Wasn't any real big incidents, but Jeffrey ran a great race. Had one of the fastest cars on track all race long. He was the guy to beat. Between him and Brandon Fiedler, those two cars were just rocket ships around Watkins Glen. So congratulations, Jeffrey, on the win. That is last week's winner. Second place, we were just talking about Brandon Fiedler. He had the second fastest car on track. He had a fast car all race long in the first half of the race, and then the second half, it seemed like Brandon Fiedler had Brandon had the fastest car in the first half of the race, and then Jeffrey Belk came around and beat him and passed him, and he had the fastest car in the second half of the race. Brandon had a couple mistakes on track. Throughout the last closing laps there, I think, with like 10, 15 laps to go. So otherwise, he would have been up there challenging for the win, but he came home P2 and still had a great race nonetheless. So congratulations to Brandon P2. Steve Mortman also had a great race out there as well in the 26 car. He comes home P3 at Watkins Glen, had a great day, good points day. He's inside the playoffs as well, so he had a solid finish moving forward. That's going to boost his momentum in these playoffs. So congratulations on those on that podium finish, Steve, and everybody else inside the top three. Congratulations to those drivers. Guys, we're going to go ahead and get on track here in just a moment. Qualifying is underway. We'll see if we can pull up real quick. Let's see if we can pull that up real fast. Wes Gallo, is he on track right now? And looks like qualifying is still underway. Zachary Ward right now has the fastest time on track. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and make an announcement before we get started. So, just bear with me real quick. And give me 1 second here. I'm going to stay with you as we're live. And just bear with me. I want to go ahead and pull up the chat real quick before we get started here. And then we'll go ahead and show you guys live green flag racing here. Qualifying's just wrapping up. Zachary Ward on the pole, though. Luke Mahone right now is P2, and John Ledger is P3. And let's go ahead and see if I can enable something real quick. Okay. Hey, can you guys hear me? I'm just going to test something out before we get started here. Just bear with me.
Like in iRacing chat?
I cannot.
Oh, no, you can't. Yep, you too.
Okay, guys, I just figured out you cannot actually talk over everybody or enable voice chat when you're a spectator. Okay, learn something new. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and go green flag racing here in just a moment. Congratulations to Zachary Ward, who is on the pole. So we'll go ahead and pull him up. There is Zachary Ward in a new paint scheme, Cowboy Revolution on that car. Congratulations, Zachary Ward, on qualifying the pole. And then we're going to go ahead and run through the field here in just a moment. So Luke Mahone qualified P2. And then starting P3 as John Ledger in the number 25 Camaro. That's a good-looking car there, John. Starting in the P4 positions, Brandon Feeler rocking a new Dale Earnhardt throwback paint scheme there. He's starting P4. Starting P5 is Patrick Coluscio and the number 18. He's rocking that Jordan 18 Toyota Camry. That's an awesome looking paint scheme as well. Bryn George is starting P6 out there tonight in the 54. Starting P7, Marshall Dugan in the 45 Ford Mustang. Starting P8 is Wes Gallo in the 07 Toyota Camry. Starting P9 is Steve Mormon and the number 26 Toyota Camry, rocking new paint scheme as well. Wes did a great job on these paint schemes. Craig Ridge Jr. is starting P8, P9, P10, I'm sorry. Craig Ridge Jr. starting P10. We'll go ahead and pull up this starting grid here in just a moment. There you have it. So starting in the 11th place position is Max Tronin, the number 8. Starting in the 12th place position is Jeff Laraway and the number 71. Starting P13th, Mark Ward in the number 10. And then starting in the 14th place positions, Corey Goodall in the 333. Starting 15th is John Scheidrich in the number 95. Starting in the 16th place position is Eric Olson in the number 64. Starting 17th is Ashley Ellison Jr. in the number 33. And starting 18th is Joe Tardif in the number 88. There you have Joe right there in the National Guard, number 88. Good looking paint scheme. Alrighty, there is your starting lineup, guys. Thank you so much for joining us here at Bristol. We're about to get started here and underway. Lights are off the pace car, and it is going to be a fun one, an exciting one here in good old Bristol, Tennessee. These guys are going to be beating and banging all race long.
Green flag.
Alrighty, green flag in the air. There's Zachary Ward on the inside, the number 9. He's going to take them down into turn number 1 as he leads this field. This is lap number 1 at Bristol Speedway. Luke Mahone makes a big move down to the inside there in the number 34, and he's going to be side by side with the leader, Zachary Ward. This is going to be one fast half-mile track here at Bristol Motor Speedway. You're going to see a lot of beating and banging on track, and this is going to be a fun race. And seeing these guys and how they can handle themselves. There's John Ledger, the 25 car. Awesome looking paint scheme. Looks like he had some new green to that car. I like that car a lot. Well, there you have the top 10 cars on screen as we move forward. Some of the guys that need a win tonight are Joe Tardif, if he wants to advance. David Laraway also needs to. Oh, David Laraway actually did not make tonight's race, so that is interesting. Mark Ward, number 10, on track with us as well. Gets a little bit loose there in front of Corey Goodall. John Scheidrich, I think he needs a win as well. He's right there off the cut line. He may advance if he can get some good solid points tonight in this Bristol Motor Speedway race. He just needs to follow up with a good finish here, and he should be able to move forward in the playoffs. Jeff Laraway, though, also in the red tonight. He needs to have a good race as well if he wants to advance in these playoffs. A lot of cars beating and banging, though. You can hear them already making contact with the wall. Wes Gallup in the high side there in the 07. He's going to drop back down low right behind Patrick Lucio in the 18. Lorraine Neha says, go John Ledger. That's what I'm saying. John's rocking that cool paint scheme out there tonight. I know we showed it off earlier, but we'll show it off one more time. Go John Ledger in the number 25. He is right now in the 3rd place position, looking pretty solid here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Noah Snyder says, go Patrick Lucio. He's another one out there with a really cool paint scheme. We're going to pull him up as well. There's Patrick Lucio. He's rocking a really cool Air Jordan paint scheme in that number 18 Toyota Camry. And Patrick right now is 7th position on screen. Oh, really loose there on the backstretch. He's going to let Steve Mormon on by. And also Martian Dugan is now under fire right behind Patrick. Alrighty, we come to lap 12 of 150, and we stay green. Let's get back to the leaders. That is Zachary Ward and Luke Mahone. John Ledger and Brandon Fiedler right there is your top 4. Bryn George also rounds out your top 5. Yeah, some of these guys are rocking some really cool paint schemes. I'm really digging Zachary Ward here in the number 9. He's got a really cool paint scheme, and we will pull him up and congratulate him on that pole award here on the first caution. But really cool paint scheme from him. Luke Mahone looks like he's running the paint scheme from last, or 2 weeks ago at Atlanta. Or no, I'm sorry, we ran trucks at Atlanta, but his last paint scheme in the Cup Series. Caution is out.
How about water, pressure, temperature right there?
And Corey Goodall involved. Corey Goodall on the inside here. This is a replay. It looks like Craig Bridge Jr. and Corey Goodall get into each other there. Go ahead and take another look. Looks like Corey kind of came up the track, wasn't quite clear that time. Take one more look. Yeah, it looked like Corey kind of came up and pinched Craig Bridge Jr. up on the high side and just kind of got turned around there. Alrighty, we're currently under caution for the first time. Let's go ahead and pull up Zachary Ward to congratulate him. Hey Zach, it's David up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey man, just want to say congratulations for starting on the pole, man. Awesome paint scheme, by the way. Did you make that?
Thank you. Yes, I did.
I see you got Cowboy Revolution on the side and code Zachary Ward back there. What it say? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so it's a clothing brand. They make hats and stuff. They're more popular on TikTok, but I have my ambassador code on there. So if anybody wants to check it out, yep, Zach Ward 7 is the code.
Yep, Cowboy Revolution code Zach Ward 07 on there. Awesome paint scheme, Zach.
Thank you.
But hey, since you're up there and we're under caution, lights are on the pace car. What are your thoughts on tonight's race here at Bristol? We got 150 laps, and I know it's probably going to have a lot of cautions out here tonight. Track position matter to you, and how do you plan to attack the race?
Yeah, so I mean, here it's the track's really abrasive. So I mean, just trying to hold it's a very fine balance of trying to keep your track position and save your tires at the same time. So obviously, all these guys behind me are super fast. So just trying to take care of my stuff and be there at the end.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for talking with us. 1 to green, lights are out the pace car. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
All righty, there you heard it from Zachary Ward in the number 9. He is the pole sitter for tonight's race at Bristol Motor Speedway, and we're getting ready to go green flag racing once again. Lights are off on the pace car. Noah Snyder says, Ian Colton and Hudson say, go Uncle Pat. Thank you so much for coming out and saying hello. Green flag in the air once again. And they are side by side, Zachary Ward, Luke Mahone. Noah, I wish I had the chat working up on screen. I need to figure that out one of these days and get you guys in here when you say, leave a comment. I appreciate that very much. But thank you so much for coming by, saying hello. And maybe if I pull up Patrick Lucio in the booth here I'll let him know you said something in this race tonight. But thanks for coming by and saying hello. These leaders side by side, though, Luke Mahone, Zachary Ward, not giving up. They are at the line this time. Oh, a backstretch this time. Luke is down there on the inside. Zachary Ward up on the high side. He is doing a phenomenal job making that car work up there on the high side. And he gets on by the 34, lets him go. And there you have the top 5, top 6 cars on screen. Bryn George hanging on that top 5 spot with John Ledger right behind him. I'm not sure if John pitted or if he decided to or lost a spot there. I know Corey Goodall came down the pit road. Ashley Ellison Jr. came down pit road as well. Looked like it was just Corey and Ashley that came down pit road. Joe Tardif as well came down pit road last time by under caution. These two leaders are really going at it. Zachary Ward and Luke Mahone, man, they are racing hard for position here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Lap 25 of 150. We've had one caution out there tonight. No problem, Noah. I appreciate you, and I'll pull him up here shortly, and maybe on their next caution, I'll let him know you said hello. There he is on screen. He is currently running the 7th place position. We'll see if we can pull them up here briefly. I don't want to interrupt these guys while they're racing. I know Bristol's a pretty intense track. Look at Steve Mormon back there with Craig Bridge Jr. on the outside. He makes the pass. But, man, these guys are beating and banging pretty hard out there at Bristol. The front of that number 94 car is kind of all beat up there. Looks like he already kind of had a run in. I don't know if that was the contact between Corey Goodall earlier in this race or not. But a little bit of contact on the front of that 94 car. He's still side by side with Steve Mormon this time by. We also got Max Tronin out there on screen. He gave back that number 94 to, I forgot to change the numbers, but it looked like it all worked out pretty well. Max Tronin out there raced with us in the number 8. Toyota Camry, good looking paint scheme as well. John Scheidrich on the bottom of the track here trying to make the pass. There's Ashley Ellison Jr. on the high side. Side by side down the backstretch they go. Oh, Ashley up in the wall that time by, makes contact, but still manages to squeeze by the 95. Alrighty, so back to the front of the field. Luke Mahone has edged his way out past Zachary Ward and has retaken the lead. He was in the lead briefly before, and now he got the lead back, and he is going to resume leading this race on lap 33 of 150. Another paint scheme I really want to show off tonight is Brandon Feeler in that number 39 car. That's an awesome looking paint scheme as well. It has a throwback to Dale Earnhardt. Great looking car. He's got Weeg designs on the side, and I'm pretty sure Wes Gallows designed all these paint schemes out there. Has done a great job on all of them. That one's probably my favorite. And we'll show off Wes's car as well. He's made his way up into the top 3 right now, and he's chasing down Zachary Ward, but also another great paint scheme by him as well. Alrighty, so far we stay caution-free once again. Or we've had one caution out there tonight, but so far this run has been pretty promising. These guys are starting to get spaced out is what they want to see. They don't want to see caution after caution. So far so good on lap 38 of 150. I should have asked some of these guys on track and before we got started with how many laps they can get to a full tank of gas. And we'll see if we can pull up somebody here and speak with them in just a moment. Look at that, Brandon Feeler and Wes Gallows side by side there. Making some contact as they go past the start-finish line. Wes Gallows is going to let Brandon Feeler on by in that 39 car. That pass is for position. Now Brandon has moved his way up in the top 3. Let's go ahead and pull up Bryn George in the 54. And there you have the 94 up in the wall that time as well. He's going to try and make the pass on the bottom here. 94 and 54 side by side, and Craig Bridge Jr. makes the pass on Bryn George that time. Look at this, almost 3 wide off of turn 4. And Patrick Lucio gets the pass. John Shirich gets the bump from the 54 of Bryn George. I'm not sure if he was displeased with him on that run or that pass, but man, talk about some close racing there. The 54 car seems like the handling is going away. Joe Tardif in the 88 gets on by, makes the pass, and now Ashley Ellison Jr. on the inside makes the pass. Steve Mormon right behind him. Bryn George has fallen back like a rock. He's now back to 11th after being inside the top 5. Now back to 12th, and Corey Goodall looking to the inside to make the pass. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with the 54, but he is falling off hard here. Craig Bridge Jr., though, on the move. He has moved up 3 spots from where he started up to 6th place position. He's on the move up to the front. Joe Tardif, though, he is the biggest mover of the race right now, and we'll pull him up here and look at his car real quick closer. That's the 88, and he has moved up 10 spots from where he started. He started at the tail end of the field, and he's made his way up through the field and doing a great job at it. Look at him taking it 3 wide as he passes Jeff Laraway on the outside here, making his way up to Patrick Lucio in the 18. Looking to make the pass. That's another great looking paint scheme out there as well. That's the Mountain Dew. I think it's the Zero Sugar Mountain Dew one, or Sugar Free. Yep, Mountain Dew, or no, Amp Energy Sugar Free. I haven't seen an Amp Energy in forever. I don't know if they still even make them, but great looking paint scheme though. Oh, and Joe Tardif gets in the back of Patrick Lucio, and Patrick up in the wall, and they are stacking up back there. Oh man. We stay caution free, but Joe Tardif just gave the bumper to the 18 of Patrick Lucio. And John Shirich also in the wall as well. He's way up there. He's up in the wall. I'm not sure if there's problems with that number 95, but he's riding the wall all the way around the track. He might have a mechanical problem as he brings it down to pit road. And man, talk about a lot of contact. I know we were going to see a lot of that tonight. And there you have it. Sharon Laraway says, hi, David. Good luck to Jeff in the 71 and Craig in the 94. Yep, and Craig has got his number back, and he's doing a great job tonight as well. He's in the 8th place position. There's Craig Bridge Jr. in the 94, up to the 8th place position. Got a little bit of a damage on that front end. Shouldn't matter too much here at these short tracks like Bristol. But he's doing great tonight, running in the 8th place position. And then Jeff Laraway out there as well. I think Jeff is running right now in the 16th place position on track. He's actually 2 laps down. Had some issues early on in the race with some of these cars. I know John Shirich is on pit road, and then Mark Ward, who is also 2 laps down as well. But they are out there giving it their all here at Bristol Motor Speedway. This is a hard track, and track position matters. How about Ashley Ellison Jr., though, who is running in the 6th place position? Sorry, Ashley. Ashley, he has moved up 11 spots from where he started, and he is now in the 6th place, doing a great job on track. I like that paint scheme as well. That's a cool looking paint scheme. Right behind Jeff Laraway. And then there you have Joe Tardif as well. He's also moved up 11 spots from where he started. So those two are both battling for most positions gained on track as we speak. We're on lap number 57. Let's go back up here to the leader of Luke Mahone. Here is the front of the pack. And Luke Mahone's now about to pass, and he does. Passes Patrick Lucio and puts him a lap down as we speak. There is Max Tronin and Zachary Ward about to have him go a lap down. Oh, and caution is out. Patrick Lucio has crashed.
All I need.
Let's take another look. Oh, and Mark Ward gets into it as well. Let's go ahead and back this up because I'm not sure if there was contact between Max Tronin or not and the number 8, but here you have it. It looks like he was down. Oh, he locked the brakes up. Let's take another look at this real quick. So major issues on that 18, and here comes Mark Ward in the 10. Comes on by. Jeff Laraway also involved as well. Let's take a look here. Maybe not. I'm not sure what was going on there. But alrighty, so there you have it. John Scheidrich, I think, had an incident as well on pit road here, maybe? There you have it. Bryn George trying to make his way down pit road and has missed the pit stop, or missed the pit box there. And the 95 off to more bad luck here tonight. I think the 71 missed pit road here. Alrighty, let's go back to live racing here. We're still under caution right now. Ashley Ellison Jr. has the lead. Let's go ahead and pull up Joe Tardif here. Talk with him. Hey Joe, it's David on the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey man, good looking paint scheme out there as always. Loving the car. Just want to pull you up and see how your race is going. You moved up 16 spots from where you started. Now you started tail in the field, but moving up through the field, doing great. How many laps can you get on a full tank of gas here?
The thing says about 120. I would say here, take it easy. Maybe a $130, $135.
Ah, okay. So fuel really doesn't matter, but you guys are probably coming in for some tires, huh?
Yeah, tire run. I just did, what was that, 60 laps, and my right front was down in the 85s.
Okay, interesting. Awesome. So, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter how many laps you go on fuel, really. I mean, you just come in at one point during the race and top off. But so it's the tires. How many laps do you think you want to run on a set of tires here? I know we got 3 sets, but how many would you like to go max on these sets?
I'm going the rest of the way.
Okay.
Like, I will be going...
You got that track position, so you're starting up there in the front, so that's good.
Yeah, track position's good. I don't know how fast the car is. I'm going to find out here soon. I mean, I need kind of a miracle after missing Watkins Glen, and I had a really bad Atlanta race. So I kind of need a miracle here. Strategy's kind of out the window right now, so I just got to run hard and just hopefully have some stuff fall my way.
Alrighty, Joe. Well, we'll let you go because Pace Car's about to pull off. Good luck out there, and it'll be interesting to watch you.
All right, thank you, sir.
Alrighty, here we go. Green flag back in the air. You just heard from Joe Tardif, who is restarting in the second place position behind Ashley Ellison Jr. in the 33. And there you have it. Lap 66 on the restart. Luke Mahone is coming up through the field quick. He is down on the bottom there. Oh, and he gets loose and spins around. Luke Mahone spins around. Caution is out.
Or a bar or anything like that.
Oh boy, cars all over the track, and the pace car goes through Luke Mahone. Let's go ahead and take a look here and see what happened and find out why Luke Mahone got loose here and crashed. I thought maybe he got pushed. It looked like there might have been contact between him and Corey Goodall, but I didn't see it. I didn't see Corey Goodall actually make the contact between him and Luke Mahone. So here you have Luke Mahone on the bottom. And it looked like he just got loose. That we haven't really seen that from Luke Mahone. Usually his car is on rails, but Luke Mahone just got crazy loose down the backstretch and loses it by himself. Right here. Oh, I'm sorry. I was at the start-finish line. There you have it. And then people get checked up all throughout the field behind him as a result as well. So, man, tough break for the 34. That was interesting, but I mean, Joe Tardif, who plans to run the rest of this race under his set of tires, he's up there in the front. So if he can just keep those fast cars behind him, but like Luke Mahone and Zachary Ward, Brandon Fiedler, if he can keep those guys behind him, he might have a shot to win this race. We are now on lap number 70. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's go ahead and pull up Patrick Lucio in here tonight. I think he's in here in the chat. Hey, Patrick, it's David in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, man, just want to give you a shout-out. Nice-looking paint scheme. That is a great-looking car out there. And Noah Snyder in the comments here says, Ian Colton and Hudson say, go Uncle Pat, by the way. I just want to give a shout-out to you.
All right, all right, all right.
So, go ahead.
Sorry. You're good.
I was going to say, I know you were involved in a little bit of incident early on. What happened? Walk us through that. What happened with your car?
It looks like Tardif hooked me coming off a 2 there, and it's just crazy. It's a non-playoff driver racing a playoff driver like that, racing another playoff driver for position.
Right. Joe Tardif is in the playoffs. He needs a win here. If he doesn't get a win,
is he?
Yeah, he's in the round of 16.
I didn't see the banner
But
on there, sorry.
unfortunate, though, that happened.
Yeah, that was stupid.
All righty, man. Well, I just want to give you a shout-out. That's a great-looking car, by the way. And, yeah, Noah Snyder in the comments saying, go Uncle Pat, by the way.
All right, thank you.
All right, man. Good luck out there. Good talking with you, and good luck the rest of this race.
Yep, thank you.
All righty, Noah, if you are in the chat watching here tonight, there you have Patrick Lucio. Had a little bit of an incident earlier in the race, but he's trying to rebound nicely. Currently being scored in the 16th place position. Alrighty, back up here to the front. Lights are off on the pace car. We're getting ready to go green flag racing as they stack up 2 by 2 down the back stretch. We are getting ready, waiting for the pace car to pull off track here.
Green flag.
Alrighty, green flag is in the air, and Ashley Ellison Jr. is going to lead them on the outside there. Or actually, Joe Tardif is being scored the leader. And he gets around the 33 car. And he's going to retake the race lead here on lap number 73 of 150. But look at that, side by side though, Joe Tardif and Ashley Ellison Jr. racing for the lead. And look at John Ledger coming up through the field here. John Ledger in that 25 car trying to get up there to the lead. He wants to take this lead away. He made a little bit of contact with the wall that time by, but he is chasing down the 88, and he's going to do everything he can to try and get that lead away from the 88. John Ledger doesn't need to win here tonight, but Joe Tardif absolutely does. He needs to keep all these fast cars behind him if he wants to advance to the round of 12. Oh, and there's contact with Brandon Fiedler. Caution is out. Brandon Fiedler gets spun. We're going to take another look at that because I'm not sure exactly what happened. Oh, Zachary Ward and Brandon Fiedler make contact. They get into each other there. And we're going to back that up and take a look here at Zachary Ward and see exactly what all happened here. It looked like Zachary Ward came down, maybe? Oh, no. I think, in my opinion, I think it looked like the 39 came up. Let's go ahead and do a a chase cam and see what we can find here. Oh, sorry, too far, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and rewind that real quick. It looked like the 39 came up the track. Yeah, I think he just wasn't quite clear and Zachary Ward was there. That's what it kind of looked like to me. Zachary Ward up in the wall, major contact on the right side of the car. That car's got some heavy damage on it. But yeah, there you have it. Brandon Feeler, contact with Corey Goodall. That front end's all torn up on the 39. Alrighty, we'll see if he comes down pit road or not. He's being scored at the tail end here on the lead lap. Looks like he is in the 9th place position with Bryn George right behind him. Zachary Ward also brings it down pit road as well, though. Steve Moorman with a little bit of damage on the front end of that 26. He's in the 4th place position. Joe Tardif and John Ledger still up there in the front. We're going to keep an eye on John Ledger because he was making some moves up there in the last couple laps. It looked like he had some speed there for the leader. Both great looking cars out there on track tonight. The 88 of Joe Tardif and the 25 of John Ledger. Two great looking cars on track. Love those black and green cars. Those are my favorite. Alrighty, so currently under caution on lap number 80. And looks like we're about to go, I think the lights are off on the pace car. Nope, not yet. We're going to do one more lap under caution before we go ahead and green flag racing here once again. Thank you guys so much for watching here on Wonder Dads Gaming in the iRacing Fun League. Hope you guys are all enjoying this, and hopefully everybody out there on track's having a good time. I know Bristol tensions are going to be high, and we're going to have a lot of hurt feelings after this one tonight. But we just got to get through this elimination race, and we'll see who all made the round of 12 going into Kansas next Thursday. Looks like lights are off on the pace car this time, so now we're going to go ahead and go green flag racing once again. We'll watch the cars as they come on by. Alrighty, pace car off and green flag in the air. And Joe Tardif on the outside off to a good start with John Ledger down there on the inside. Let's see if he can clear the 25. He hasn't done it quite yet. They are side by side down the backstretch at Bristol into turn 3. And through turn 4, it looks like John Ledger has the lead and the edge here at the line. He's going to lead that lap and retake the lead away from Joe Tardif. Some more cars in the wall back throughout the field. You can hear them as they come around the track here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Max Tronin is rebounding pretty nicely from early on this race. He is now up to the 6th place position, and Ashley Ellison Jr. hanging on to that top 5 at plus 12 positions in this race. But look at John Ledger go. He is off to a great start, or a great restart there, and he is way out in front, a couple car lengths ahead of Joe Tardif. And he is going to retake this lead and lead him down on lap number 86 here at Bristol. John has pretty much already advanced to the round of 12, so he is good here at Bristol. A win is just going to make it all so much sweeter in the end. And here is the field as they come on by. Alrighty, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and ride on board with Joe Tardif here in the 88 and show you guys what a lap around this track looks like. Kind of gives you a perspective of what the banking here is at Bristol. It's an extremely fast half-mile track. as he tries to chase down the 25. That is what he has to deal with here on track. Alrighty, moving back through the field. There's Luke Mahone. Let's show him and his car camera. Steve Mormon is right in front of him in the 26 car. On board with Corey Goodall this time. Alrighty, lap number 96 of 150. This race is getting underway. We're past halfway. Back up here to the front, John Ledger is off to a huge lead. He is just pulling away from the rest of the field. Moving on back, there's Joe Tardif in the 88 running second, and Steve Mormon, who is up to third place. He's had two back-to-back really good weeks. Luke Mahone right behind him in the fourth place position, trying to get around the 26, but he's having trouble here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Another one I want to keep an eye on is Brandon Fiedler in that 29 car, and he has moved up back into the top 10, and he is here in the sixth place position after that contact with Zachary Ward earlier. And it looks like he has not repaired that car. We'll go ahead and pull up closer. There's the 39, and it still has a lot of damage on that right front side, but that's the beauty of Bristol Motor Speedway is aero really does not matter here a whole lot. As long as you got good brakes in that car and good suspension, and you don't damage it up further than that, you're pretty good to go. The body work here doesn't really matter. I clearly remember Kurt Busch winning here at Bristol Motor Speedway, and his car was all banged up, and he had to hold off Kyle Larson in the closing laps, and he's won it. That car was all junked up, and great race in the NASCAR Cup Series. That was several years ago, but great race to watch. Wes Gallo back there in the 9th place position, trying to chase down Corey Goodall for position here. Max Tronin and Corey Goodall and Wes Gallo all on the lead lap. Side by side at the line, it looks like Wes Gallo is going to make the pass on the 333 of Corey Goodall. John Ledger still walking away from the field. Joe Tardif is chasing him down, but just barely. He's 2 seconds back off the lead and trying to get back up there to lead this race. But anything can happen. We're on lap 107 of 150 here at Bristol, and I'm sure we are not done.
Keep it up, caution is out.
And like I said, I
Pressure
just
button.
jinxed it. Caution is out. Here we go. Looks like Brandon Fiedler involved with Steve Mormon. Wes Gallo makes a little bit of contact. Craig Bridge up in the wall. And we're going to go ahead and rewind that and take a look and see what happened. Brandon Fiedler was making his way back up to the front and had some issues here. All right, let's back that up because it was showing us the crash after it happened. But here is Steve Mormon and Brandon Fiedler. Let's go ahead and take a camera change here. Brandon down on the inside here. Steve Mormon up on the high side. This is in slow motion. Let's go ahead and see what happened. It looked like it looked like the two of them just came down into each other. I'm not sure if Brandon thought he was clear. Let's go ahead and back it up one more time and we'll play it live. I think the two just got into each other. Oh man, Brandon's car looked like it just didn't turn. To me, that's what it kind of looked like. It looked like the 39 just went straight in the corner and just didn't even turn. Alrighty, we're under caution once again on lap number 110. And we got a couple cars on pit road. Looks like Bryn George on pit road along with Wes Gallo, Eric Olson, Steve Mormon, Brandon Fiedler, Jeff Laraway, Marshall Dugan. It looks like Mark Ward, Zachary Ward, all on pit road. Alrighty, and John Ledger still leading this race. He's being scored the lead car with a couple cars in front of him being a lap down. That's Marshall Dugan and Patrick Colusio. John Ledger this season. Let's go ahead and pull him up. I think we still have another lap or two. Hey, John, it's David up the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, John, you got a rocket out there in that number 25 car. Great looking paint scheme, by the way, as always. And, man, we were enjoying watching you up there. Man, that car is fast out there tonight. How's the race going?
It's going good. It's going about how I expect Bristol to go. I love Bristol, though.
Yeah, I mean, it always puts on a good show. I don't know if the drivers all enjoy it. You know, we got a lot of chaos here and there throughout the race. But, man, I mean, it's a fun track, though.
Yeah, I mean, Bristol's known for chaos. It's just keeping your car clean, staying out of trouble is the biggest thing here.
I gotcha. How do you plan to attack the rest of this race tonight, being up there in the front?
With less than 40 to go, I'm just going to go for it.
Awesome. Well, good luck, John. Good to hear from you, and hopefully we'll be talking to you later on tonight.
Yeah, enjoy the show.
Alrighty, there you heard it from the lead car, John Ledger in the 25, leading this thing under caution, and we're getting ready to go green flag racing here once again. So lights are off the pace car, and they're headed down through turn 3 and 4 before we go green flag racing here once again. There you have it. Pace car has pulled off.
Ready, green flag.
Green flag in the air. John Ledger takes them down across the start-finish line into turn number 1. Joe Tardif right behind him with Ashley Ellison Jr. right next to him with Luke Mahone there on the 34 car. Joe Tardif didn't seem like he got going that time, and he's going to lose 2 spots. Luke Mahone's going to make that pass up to 3rd now. And look at Corey Goodall go. Corey has broken into the top 5 in the 333 car. He's moved his way up there. And now he's going to try and pass the 88 of Joe Tardif. And I'll tell you what, looking at Brandon Fiedler's car, it looked like he saved that fast repair. That he's got a brand new front end on that number 39 car. He's used his one and only fast repair. He is done for the rest of the night. Hopefully there's no more wrecks. But he is actually 1 lap down after coming down pit road that time. So unfortunate for him, he had to make that pit stop and repair that car. It looked like it was not turning, so he had no choice but to use that fast repair. Currently being scored in the 11th place position. Oh, and Max Tronin, crazy loose back there in number 8. He is also on the same lap, or lead lap, in the 8th place position. Alrighty, back up here to the front. Ashley Ellison Jr. with a fast car out there as well. And that 33 car making his way to the front, trying to chase down the lead of John Ledger. Alrighty, so I know I didn't get this playoff graphic updated, so bear with me. This is before Watkins Glen last week. Luke Mahone is the only one inside the round of 16 with the win during this round of races. So he has the first win at Atlanta 1. Jeffrey Belk has won at Watkins Glen, and Jeffrey is not inside the playoffs. But there is your current 16 playoff drivers. As we were talking about Joe Tardif, who was right there in the 13th place position, I believe he's actually scored 15th or 16th in a must-win situation to advance to the round of 12. And we will get this updated for you guys next Thursday night before Kansas. And we will show you who has all made it and who has been eliminated from contention this 2024 season for the playoffs. So there you have it. Back to racing here, and it is John Ledger in the lead with Ashley Ellison Jr. in second. Luke Mahone is P3. Craig Bridge Jr., who has moved up inside of the top 4 here, battling hard with Joe Tardif side by side. And they are going almost 3 wide. Joe Tardif with a little bit of connection issue blink there. Corey Goodall in 6th place here. He's trying to make his way inside the top 5 as well. 94 got a little bit loose that time. He's going to back off the 88. And look at Corey Goodall go on the inside of Craig Bridge. Going to make the pass there for position. That's going to put him inside the top 5. Corey's looking like he's got a good car here in the late race with 24 laps to go. A lot of these guys are bunching up together 2 by 2. That's Craig Bridge and Brandon Feather in 39. Look at the 94. He had a big run down there that time by, and he's still side by side with Corey Goodall at the line. Brandon Feather almost trying to take it 3 wide. He's at the bumper of the 333. And there's there is Bryn George as well, also in the mix. These are all your playoff drivers battling for position, trying to get everything they can and every point they can. Got some great battles going on here inside the top 10. 20 laps to go. 19 laps to go this time. So the race is winding down. If anybody wants to make a move here in the race, they got to do it. And they got to do it fast. But that 94 Craig Bridge Jr., I'm really impressed with his speed here in this race. If we stay caution-free, he's going to get a lot of points here, and he is going to advance to the round of 12. He is having a great race. Just needs to keep that momentum moving forward. Side by side with the 88, a little bit of a bump there. Some good hard racing. Joe Tardif is doing all he can to hang on. I believe he's on older tires. I think the 39 probably got some freshies when he came down pit road that last time and used that quick repair, and you can see it. However, that 39 car is not on the lead lap.
Caution's out.
Oh, caution is out.
Radio
I
been
spoke
today.
too
Could you
soon.
refund?
And let's take a look, see who it was. Oh, Craig Bridge Jr. involved. No. We were just I knew I was going to jinx somebody. I knew I shouldn't have said anything. I should have kept my mouth shut. Craig Bridge Jr. involved in that caution. Let's go ahead and take another look. Corey Goodall with the bump. Let's back that up and take one more look and see exactly what happened here from another perspective. So Craig Bridge Jr. on the inside. And Corey Goodall was there. Man, Craig was having such a good run inside the top 10. He was running P6 with only like 18 laps to go. Unfortunate for those guys. Having such a good race here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Lots of damage on that right front of that car. Alrighty, so a lot of cars are coming down pit road this time. That's Marshall Duke and Bryn George, Corey Goodall, Max Tronin, Eric Olson in the 64, Wes Gallo in the 07, Brandon Fiedler on pit road. Everybody, Patrick Calusio, lots of cars on pit road this time. Looks like John Ledger, though, is going to stay out. And let's see, Jeff Laraway is a lap down. Looks like, let's see if he's going to get that wave around. So these are the cars that stayed out on track. Everybody else came down pit road. This race is winding down here. Not too many laps left to go. We are on lap 138 this time by. Oops, sorry about that. I didn't mean to press that button, but there is Wes Gallo on pit road, leaving his pit stall. Alrighty, it looks like John Ledger, we spoke to him a moment ago. He's going to stay out. Fuel is not a concern here at Bristol Motor Speedway. We talked to Joe Tardif earlier in the race, and they said they can go about 100 so laps, 120 laps on fuel, but it's the tires that matter most here. I believe this concrete track is probably like a cheese grater, if I'm not mistaken, and if I can remember correctly from my last race here, these tires will wear down quickly. So fresh tires definitely make a difference. We were watching Brandon Fiedler make his way through the field. He was a lap down. I think he is being scored a lap. Yep, Brandon Fiedler is back to the lead lap. He might have gotten that wave around as well, being scored the first car 1 lap down. The lead car always gets that wave around. Lead car, that's 1 lap down. Alrighty, we're getting ready to go green flag racing once again with only 10 laps to go on the restart. Alrighty, pace car has pulled off.
Green.
And green flag in the air. John Ledger up on the high side is going to lead them down to green. Oh, Bryn George way down the track. That car got really loose back there. Look at that 3 wide. Max Tronin sticking it through the middle, and it's not going to work. They managed to save it, though, that time. Bryn George right in front of Max Tronin, and, man, all those cars, that could have been a huge pileup, but good job by Joe Tardif saving it along with Max Tronin. Man, 3 wide there at Bristol's never a good idea. That usually results in a wreck. But these guys manages to save it. But look at Luke Mahone. He has made the pass on the leader for position with 7 laps to go, and he's going to run away with the lead. John Ledger is going to have to chase him back down. And we were not expecting that. We thought John Ledger was lights out here tonight at Bristol, and Luke Mahone comes up through the field with 6 laps to go. And right now, 1, 2, 3, Luke Mahone, John Ledger, Bryn George is your top 3 positions. Wes Gallo up through the field. He's moved up to the 4th place position with Ashley Ellison Jr. in the 5th position. And look at Brandon Fiedler rebounding nicely. Man, he just never count him out in that 39 car. He has moved up, back up inside the top 5 as he makes his way around Ashley Ellison Jr. 4th position. He is back to the lead lap. And oh, John Ledger has spun. This is not over yet.
I'll leave this one on you. If you want to stay out, we'll stay out.
John Ledger in the wall gets spun around. We got to take a look, see what happened there. Man, just when we thought this race was all over and John Ledger had the win locked in sight, it is not over with 3 laps to go. We're going to go to a green flag, green-white checker here in just a moment when we rack things back up. Let's go ahead and take a look here, see what happened to John Ledger. Alrighty, let's back that up once again. Man, these replays are late on these. I got to see if I can adjust that, really. But there is contact between the 54 and 25. It looked like the 25 probably came up the track and then just got into the side of Bryn George in the 54. And that was the result. So 25, gonna have to bring it down pit road. I think that car's got heavy damage. And let's see if he does. That front end is all torn up on that 25. He makes contact with the wall once again. Let's see if he brings it down pit road this time by. And he does. He's going to bring that car down to his pit stall. Hopefully he has one fast repair remaining. He needs to get that car fixed out on track. Alrighty, back up here to the front. Luke Mahone in the 34. This is going to be a one big battle here. Let's go ahead and pull up Wes Gallo and talk with him. Hey, Wes, it's David on the booth. You got me?
I sure do. How goes it, bud?
Hey, man, I don't know if you wanted to see that caution come out or not, but, man, this puts things back in your hands. Maybe you got another shot at winning this thing. What do you think?
At this point, dude, I don't even know what I want. I've been, like, every position except for first, I think. I've been last to second and everything in between. I feel like I got a ton of pace, just nothing's gone my way. I lost my fast repair in a set of tires early, so I'm kind of just making it up as I go, and here I sit.
Alrighty, well, it's going to be interesting watching you guys in this green-white checker here, so good luck, and we'll see what happens.
I appreciate it. We're all teammates here, but we're all hungry for wins, too, so this could get messy. Let's see.
Oh, I'm sure that's the playoffs, and, you know, friendship goes out the door. Anybody wants to win here in the closing laps.
We all love each other here, so it's even if we wreck a little bit, it'll be all right. We'll be friendly later.
Alrighty, good luck out there. We'll be watching you.
Thank you, buddy. Hopefully I'll talk to you again in a couple minutes.
All right, there you heard it from Wes Gallo in the 07 as we get ready to go green flag racing once again. We got one more lap under caution, and they're going to stack back up 2 by 2. How about Eric Olson here in the 64? He's made his way inside the top 5. He's going to be restarting, it looks like 5th on the inside there. Or 6th, actually, rather, with Joe Tardif restarting in 5th. But Eric Olson needs to have a good run here tonight. Remember, Eric Olson is in the playoffs. He is in the 11th position. So another good run here tonight is more points and a better run for him. Good to see that number 64 up there in the top. Alrighty, pace car is off. Green flag in the air. And here is the top 4 cars. And Joe Tardif in 5th. Look at John Ledger. He's back up there in the mix. He got that fast repair. And he's going to drop down the inside of Joe Tardif. Look at that car go. Watch these guys. Let's see if it's going to be Luke Mahone. Is it going to be Bryn George, or is it going to be Brand Feeler? There's Brand Feeler on the bottom. He's going to try and make the pass. And checkered flag in the air. It's Luke Mahone. Just need another lap there. I believe if Brand Feeler or Bryn George had one more lap, they might have made the pass, but Luke Mahone steals another win here in the round of 16. And, man, talk about a crazy ending there. Luke Mahone with the win. Brandon Feeler, John Ledger was coming up through the field there towards the end and almost had the win. Or would have almost had a win if he would have had a few more laps there. He had some fresh tires and looking fast there tonight, but Luke Mahone is the big winner here at Bristol. He's going to rack up those bonus points and move forward here tonight. He's already locked into the round of 12, but that just solidifies his position even more with that win. Let's go ahead and pull him up here and speak with him. Hey, Brand, it's David out the booth. You got me?
Yeah, it's up, David.
I'm sorry, Brand. I meant to pull up Luke, but yeah, Brandon, hey, man, you looked like you were up there going to have the win here tonight. Did you just need one more lap? Because we were watching you with that pass on the inside, looking to pass Bryn. It looked like he would have needed one more lap to have the win here.
Possibly. It's hard to say. It's really hard to pass at Bristol. I tried to get to Bryn's outside coming off at 2, so I at least gave myself a chance coming at Luke. But with us, everyone being teammates and everyone basically just making it to the playoffs, I just figured, a good finish is good enough for here after the roller coaster night that I had after getting into a couple wrecks. One with my teammate Steve, which I apologize for, Steve. I didn't mean to get us into that. But after fighting back from being a lap down and everything like that, I will definitely take a third place finish tonight.
Yeah, it looked like on that one incident you mentioned with Steve, it looked like the two of you guys kind of got together. It looked like you came up, he came down, but your car also wasn't turning. Did you have damage at that point?
I might have. I'm trying to remember what wreck that was. I think, or when that wreck was. I think I had a previous spin before that as well, where I think I had a little bit of right front damage. I don't think that was the cause of that had anything to do with me sliding up into him. I think I got into the corner and the brakes just locked up and the car just slid up into Steve on that one. So that's just kind of what happened on that incident.
I gotcha. Yep, that's exactly what it kind of looked like on our end too. But yeah, nonetheless though, still top three. You're rebounding nicely after being involved in like one or two wrecks tonight. Man, you did a great job putting yourself in position to win this thing once again. But yeah, impressive run there in the end in the closing laps.
Yeah, for sure. Like I mentioned last week, I enjoy Bristol, or I enjoy short track racing. It tested my patience a little bit tonight, but it was all just my boneheaded moves and everything like that. But very happy to come out of here with a third place finish.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, and we'll see you in the round of 12 next week. And have a good weekend there, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, man. You too.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and pull up Bryn George. We'll do it kind of backwards tonight. Hey, Bryn, it's David on the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. Gotcha.
Hey, man, talk about a closing or good run there at the end. You had a good battle there with Luke and Brandon Feeler, and man, walk us through the closing laps there and what happened.
Mayhem, man. The whole race was mayhem. I fell back to like 16th on the first run, and I was just slow. Burnt my tires up real bad, and then, of course, we had a wreck fest. But mayhem, all teammates racing each other. I'm glad we were all clean.
Man, yeah, it looked like you had the car in the closing laps or even the second half of the race. You were making your way up back through the field. Walk me through what happened in the beginning of the race, because we were watching you and you were like inside the top 5, but your car fell back there towards like the 11th, 12th place position. Did you have damage or something go wrong earlier in the race?
Just used my tires up and just bad driving, really, on my part. We're getting involved in a few wrecks. I'm sure almost everybody did today, but yeah, just used my tires up, just bad driving on my part, and finally got to figuring out halfway through the race.
Alrighty, well, thanks for talking with us, Bryn. But hey, man, you rebounded nicely, and talk about some momentum moving forward in the round of 12. You get some nice points and second place finish, pretty respectable, and great night all around.
Yeah, lovely night to end this round of the playoffs, and good momentum for the next round, and hopefully we do good next round. Trying to win a race, man. Been chasing it all season.
I know, I hear you. I've been in the same boat many, many times, and I don't blame you, and I'm with you 100%, waiting for that first win as well. But hey, we'll be watching you, and hope you have a good weekend. We'll be watching you next week at Kansas in the round of 12. Good luck there, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Thanks.
Alrighty, how about we pull up our race winner, Luke Mahone, in the 34 car, and we'll check out his burnout as we talk to him, and let's go ahead and pull him up in the chat. Hey, Luke, it's David up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, congratulations on the win. Talk about a crazy, as Bryn George said, mayhem race. Walk us through the race. How was it in your opinion? You went from the back to the front to the back to the front and then came away with the win. How did it go for you? Obviously great, but walk us through it.
Yeah, that race was pretty insane. I mean, I thought Ledger was going to have it there at the end, and then late caution came out with like 15 to go, and I was indecisive on whether or not I should take tires or not, and all my teammates were, so I was like, yeah, might as well do it. And so I took tires, and by the end of that little green flag run, I was 2 seconds up on Ledger, so it worked out for me. I honestly didn't think I was going to be able to win this, because it's been so long since we've been in these cars, and other people have gotten a lot more practice than I have, but I'm proud to win it. It's 2 wins this round, which is a good momentum going in a round of, 12?
Yep, going in the round of 12 next Thursday at Kansas.
Oh, yeah. Kansas and the trucks.
So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Kansas, do you like the trucks? Now, what car would you prefer of the 3?
I'm a next-gen guy. Typically, like before I was more of an Xfinity guy, but after running these cars so much in another league, I've kind of fell in love with them, and I think they're my fastest car. So yeah, these cars are great.
Awesome. Yeah, I was gonna say it seems like you have the most luck. I know you won the truck race at Atlanta, but man, it seems like you have a lot of good luck in these next gen cars as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. Atlanta was just pure luck. I don't know how I wasn't involved in that last lap incident. And this race was. I gotta give some of the credit to luck because the way these cautions played out, like I played them off perfectly.
Yeah. Now you mentioned John Ledger earlier, and man, talk about a comeback. He had that wreck on that last caution of the night, and he went down pit road. I'm assuming he used his fast repair because he came up through the field. He must have took tires. But, man, I bet you if he would have had just a few more laps, he would have been up there challenging for the lead because he made a big move there on the inside back there from 5th, and I thought he was going to pass West, Brandon, and Bryn there, but, man, I think he just ran out of laps.
Oh, yeah. He definitely had the fastest car. Just about halfway he got in the lead, and then I couldn't even keep up with him, and I was running, like, giving it everything. He was definitely the car to beat tonight. Sucks he wasn't able to get it done just due to that caution.
Alrighty, Luke. Well, thanks for talking with us. Congratulations on the win, and we'll be watching next week in the round of 12. So have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, man. Thank you for broadcasting.
Yep, no problem. Thank you. All right, there you heard it from your race winner, Luke Mahone. Let's go ahead and pull up Wes and talk with him for just a brief moment. Or actually, it looks like Wes is muted. So let's go ahead and pull up. I want to pull up John Ledger here and talk with him for just a moment because we just talked to Wes before. Hey, John, it's David. You got me one more time?
How's it going, David?
Hey, I just want to talk to you real quick before we get out of here tonight. Man, unfortunate on that last lap. You had a rocket ship, and it looked like you just needed a couple more laps to get up there to the lead. But, yeah, man, I mean, unfortunate. I felt like you had the fastest car of the race, and then I'm assuming you came down pit road, used a fast repair, and got fresh tires. Walk us through that.
Yes, sir. Like, it sucked. I didn't realize everyone was going to pit like that, but that second to final caution, like, that just screwed me because no matter what I did, everyone was going to do the opposite. But, yeah, I think I had the fastest car tonight. I led the most laps, so, there's still good parts to take away. I just wish that second to final caution would come out because I put 3 seconds on the entire field.
Yeah, you did. We were talking with Luke Mahone, who won the race. He said, man, John Ledger was just pulling away, and you definitely had the fastest car, and you're putting on the fastest laps, and he was saying he couldn't even catch you. So it's just unfortunate that happened in the closing laps, and you were on that last caution. But, man, even on those fresh tires, if we just would have had 5 more laps, I think we'd have a different story here tonight.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for a quick caution, to drive back up to 5th, that's not a bad finish. Like I said, most laps led, I go into the second round with a bunch of playoff points.
Yep, definitely. And, man, we were rooting for you. It would have been a cool win, and love that paint scheme as well. That's my favorite car on track with that Monster Energy on the side. But, man, just didn't go your way tonight. But you are looking solid, though, in the round of 12 moving forward and still had a top 5, so congrats on that. Good, solid finish night here at Bristol, and good rebound by you.
Yeah, it'll be fun to rewatch the race and see what all happened. Like, I don't even know what brought out the second to last caution.
Yeah, we'd have to go back. The second to last caution, the one that you were in or the one before you?
The one before me.
I can't remember off the top of my head. Too much has happened since then. But, yeah, you can go ahead and watch it, and I definitely got on here on the broadcast. But, hey, John, thanks for coming out and race with us, and congrats on that top 5, though, moving forward.
Yeah, can't wait to keep moving forward. Take it easy, man.
All right, you too. We'll see you in the round of 12 next week at Kansas. Have a good weekend.
You too. Be safe.
All righty, there you have it from John Ledger, who comes home P5. Had the fastest car of the night, but did not take the win due to being wrecked in that last caution of the night. Let's go ahead and pull up Wes Gallo before we get out of here because I know I missed him last week and talk with him once again. Hey, Wes, I just want to play up one more time. I know I missed you last week. I don't want to forget you this week. I know we talked to you earlier in the race, but hey, good, solid P4 out there tonight. What's your opinions on the race tonight?
Man, I just talked to you. I felt good. I felt like we had a chance at even a win there. We got a decent start on the inside. I pushed Brandon with what I had. I think Brandon had a tire advantage, but he was just fast. Between damage, lack of pace, and whatnot, I feel like we all kind of netted out roughly where we should have been. Just I don't know. At one point, I assumed I was going to go multiple laps down and finish top 5 is awesome for me and the team.
Right, yeah, I hear you. I mean, that closing, the green-white checkered there at the end, I thought any one of you guys in the top 5 could have had it. I know John Ledger was on a rocket there in the closing laps, but yeah, I just still chasing that first win. I know it kind of stings a little bit, though.
I mean, it's just going to be that much better when we get to it. I can only just keep running this well so many races in a row, I guess, right?
That is true. Just got to keep plucking away, and it'll come your way eventually. It'll be here. I'm sure you'll get a win this season. I just don't know when or where.
This is going to be a miserable offseason if I don't. I feel like I just don't think we can put that in the universe. I'm going to get a win this season because youth.
Right. Yep. I hear you.
It's still awesome to see the team getting wins basically every week, but my turn.
Right. I hear you, man. All righty. Well, thanks for talking with us, and we're gonna probably head out here shortly. Hope you guys have a good weekend. We'll see you inside the round of 12 next week at Kansas, buddy.
Can't wait to see you there. Thank you for everything you do, bud.
All right. Take it easy.
See ya.
Hey, Eric, it's David on the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I do. You got me?
Yeah, Eric, what's going on, man? Good, solid finish out there in the 64 car, man. How did Bristol treat you out there tonight?
You know what? I just kind of hung out in the back for the first half or so, just to, I guess, not get into any BS or any dust ups, and thankfully, I just had one minor fender bender during a caution. But aside from that, hey, we're good. I'm to finish 6th at this place. It's one of my worst places, so I'll take it all day, every day.
I was going to say, man, I'm so pumped and excited for you. You're moving forward. You're inside the playoffs, and you're going to be inside the round of 12 as well. So I'm stoked. And P6 at Bristol, that's impressive. So you moved up 10 spots from where you started. Now, I got to figure out who gets the bonus points here, because between you, Ashley Olsen Jr., and Joe Tardif, you are all tied at plus 10 for having most positions gained. I'm not sure who gets the bonus points, if it's the lead car, as in you being the one that had the most positions. It might be you. So I think you got bonus points there as well. And that's awesome. You're getting all those points here tonight moving forward in the playoffs.
Fantastic. I'll take it if you give it to me.
Definitely. But yeah, I love that paint scheme. And I just thanks for talking with us up here in the booth. Just want to give you a quick shout out. Impressive run here tonight at Bristol. And we'll be seeing you inside the round of 12 next week at Kansas. You excited for next week, Kansas?
Looking forward to it.
Awesome. Now, which of the 3 cars do you prefer, Trucks, Xfinity, or Cup?
Myself, it would be next gen. It seems to be the most stable for me.
Well, I was going to say, you do have that win in the next gen, too, so that might have something as well.
It might have something to do with it.
But, hey, Eric, thanks for talking with us, buddy. We're going to head out here tonight, but we'll see you next Thursday at Kansas, and I hope you have a good weekend. We'll talk to you soon.
You as well. We'll see you next week.
All right, take it easy. All right, there you heard it from Eric Olsen. He came home P6 here tonight. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll go ahead and show you the results on screen. And, oops, I didn't mean to press that. There's your final results. Luke Mahone gets the win, second win of the round of 16. Bryn George comes home P2. Brandon Fiedler was 3rd. Wes Gallo 4th. John Ledger's 5th. Eric Olsen, who we spoke to a moment ago, he comes home P6. Ashley Olsen Jr. 7th. Joe Tardif comes home P8. Needed a win to advance, and I don't know if he got it after the points tonight. We'll have to figure that out, who made it and who didn't. Max Tronin came home P9. Craig Bridge Jr. came home top 10. And then Corey Goodall came home 11th. Steve Mormon came home P12. Jeff Laraway came home 13th. Patrick Coluccio 14th. Marshall Dugan 15th. Mark Ward 16th, Zachary Ward 17th, and John Scheidrich comes home P18 here at Bristol Motor Speedway. So I believe if we look at the playoff standings, I know this isn't updated, I believe your eliminated drivers are going to be Joe Tardif, John Scheidrich, Jeff Laraway, and I believe Craig Bridge might have snuck his way in. I don't know. We're going to have to figure out the playoffs here. I know Craig Bridge was -6 back. He just got a top 10. And Joe Tardif had a P8 fit. I don't know. It's going to be close. But I know after, this isn't updated. This is before Watkins Glen. I think Craig Bridge Jr. might have made his way inside the round of 12. I think he jumped up. And we'll have to go ahead and get those points. And you know what? I think I have the points. And here is your current point standings. Hold on, just give me a moment here. There's the schedule. Give me 1 second here, guys. There it is. So, there is the current points. This is before tonight, before going into Bristol. Joe Tardif is currently being scored in the 16th place position. David Galloway is also right above him in 15th. Jeff Laraway was 14th, and Patrick Lucio was on the bubble there, as you see in P13th. So everybody 13th on back, I think, did not make the playoffs. Craig Bridge was 12th before going in this race, and he just had a top 10. So Craig Bridge Jr. has made the round of 12. He is going to advance, and I believe it is Patrick Lucio, Jeff Laraway, David Galloway, and Joe Tardif. I believe all those drivers have not made it into the round of 12. They have been eliminated. So it looks like your top 12 on screen, as you see it right there, they have all advanced, if I'm not mistaken. So there is your standings, and I will get this updated to you guys next week. But guys, we're going to go ahead and head out here. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all for coming out and leaving a comment. Thank you, Noah, Lorraine, and Sharon as well for stopping by and saying hello. Next week is Kansas, the round of 12, and we will get everything updated for you and show you guys who's made it, who hasn't. But there is your playoff points and standings, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a good weekend. We're out, and have a good night, guys. See you next week.